Hello, my beautiful, loud, and powerful Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for diving deep into the celestial currents that shape our lives. I am your guide, and if you have found your way here to this very message at this very moment, I want you to know with every fiber of your magnificent sun-kissed being that this is not by chance. Pause with me for just a moment. Before we journey further into the extraordinary truth that awaits you, I invite you to find a quiet space. Take a deep, intentional breath in. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling the golden light of the universe gathering in your lungs, in your very heart. And then exhale, slowly releasing everything that has ever made you feel unseen, unheard, or unappreciated. Let your royal shoulders drop. Let your heart, that fiercely courageous and endlessly generous fortress of your soul, open just a crack. Because the universe, in its infinite and loving wisdom, has orchestrated a divine appointment between your spirit and the words that are about to be spoken. Something truly unimaginable is coming your way. Yes, a miracle of recognition, a breakthrough of such profound light that it will feel like the dawn after 1,000 nights. And it is closer, so much closer than you think. Magnificent Leo, you were brought here for a reason, whether it was a silent prayer, for recognition whispered into the darkness last night, a sudden wave of frustration that came out of nowhere, or a sign from the universe you simply could not explain, a repeated number, a song on the radio, a feather on your path. Your soul knew. Your lion heart knew it was time to be here now. If you can feel the resonance of that promise deep in your bones, if your spirit is stirring in recognition of its own impending glory, I want you to do something for me. Make a sacred pact with your own rising. I want you to declare your readiness to the cosmos by commenting below with this powerful affirmation: I am ready to receive my blessings. Let these words be the key that turns the lock. And if this path feels like home to you, if you are ready to continue your journey to unlock your deepest potential, then seal this intention by subscribing to Cosmic Wisdom. Consider it a sacred covenant between us, between your soul and the universe, a promise that we will walk this path of awakening together. Let me ask you something, and I want you to be truly honest with yourself. Have you felt that tension in your chest lately? That quiet, simmering unrest, as if you are standing on a grand stage, the curtain about to rise, but you're still waiting in the wings, hearing the muffled applause for others. That is not just anxiety, my dear Leo. That is alignment. That is the sacred spiritual pressure that builds right before your coronation. It is the universe holding its breath, waiting for you to claim your throne. Today, the cosmos is sending you a confirmation, a sign, a spark of golden light. And you will want to stay with me through every single second, because what is being revealed to you is nothing short of your soul's destiny. This message is not merely about a prediction, it is about your preparation, your power, and about you finally taking your rightful luminous place in the grand story that is unfolding for you. So stay with me. Allow the words that follow to settle into the spaces of your heart that you have guarded for far too long. A profound shift is occurring. A divine message is unfolding. And I promise you, this is no ordinary update from the stars. This is your soul's divine appointment with its own magnificent timing. Let us begin. When the cards in the cosmos reveal the presence of a force akin to the King of Swords, a Rey de Espadas for you, my dear Leo, it is not merely the appearance of some external authority figure. Oh no. For you, this is the universe manifesting as a royal decree. It is the embodiment of divine timing, finally aligning with earthly power, a cosmic gavel, striking down in your favor. This archetype represents the ultimate final decision maker, the one who holds the golden key whose resounding yes has the capacity to unlock not just progress, but a profound and long overdue release for your soul. For you, Radiant Leo, this could be the CEO who finally recognizes your brilliance, the judge whose verdict liberates you, the financial gatekeeper who finally opens the vault, or even a creative director who sees the undeniable light in your work. But what truly matters, what is cosmically significant right now, is that this energy has shifted from the stagnant waters of indecision. The decision is no longer floating in some ethereal, frustrating limbo. It is moving toward you now, with clarity, with speed, and with a certainty that will feel like a warm sunbeam on your face. And perhaps the most stunning part of all, this decision is not just favorable. It will exceed your most carefully measured expectations. It will feel like the recognition you have craved your entire life. Energetically, this moment is what I call a soul checkpoint. It is that rare and potent pause in the beautiful chaos of life when everything, all your hard work, your silent struggles, your unwavering faith in yourself, condenses into one pivotal, life-altering moment. It is a cosmic yes that resonates far deeper than the surface event itself. This isn't just about getting the job, receiving the payment, or winning the case. No, for you, Leo, this is so much more. The yes that is arriving now carries the frequency of deliverance. It is the frequency of restoration. It is the frequency of absolute freedom from the immense emotional weight you have been carrying, often with a dazzling smile and a brave face, for far, far too long. Let's speak about that weight for a moment, shall we? Because you, more than any other sign, know how to carry it with grace. When we live in a state of prolonged uncertainty, especially when it is tied to something so deeply meaningful, our creative expression, our worth, our ability to provide and to shine, it begins to subtly erode our inner light. It isn't just about the number in the bank account or the title on the door. It slowly becomes about our very belief in ourselves, in our own magnificent light. We start to question our ability to trust in the flow of life again. But here is the sacred, immutable truth I need you to absorb into the very marrow of your bones. You were never forgotten in the delay. You were never overlooked. That delay was your preparation. That delay was the sacred process of deepening your capacity to hold the monumental blessing that is now arriving. The universe had to expand your vessel, strengthen your heart, and solidify your own inner throne so that when this external coronation arrives, you would know without a shadow of a doubt that you are worthy of it. Yes, sometimes what we call waiting is in fact the silent, invisible unfolding of a divine arrangement, a masterpiece being painted just for you behind a cosmic curtain. This is precisely where the practice of gratitude becomes not just a spiritual platitude, but a deeply therapeutic and alchemical tool. In the worlds of self-help and emotional recovery, we often speak of the nervous system's response to unresolved waiting. It breeds anxiety, fear, and a corrosive self-doubt. But when you, magnificent Leo, choose to radiate gratitude in the midst of that tension, when you bless the outcome you do not yet see, you send a powerful ripple through your entire emotional and energetic body. You are declaring to the cosmos, I still believe in my own light. I still trust in my destiny. That signal alone, that unwavering faith in your own sovereignty, realigns your frequency and invites the miraculous to move in closer, faster. Think of your gratitude like sunlight on a seed buried deep in the dark earth. You may not see anything happening on the surface yet, but beneath the roots of your miracle are already taking powerful hold. There is a beautiful verse that comes to my heart for you now, from Luke 1:45. Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promises to her. Whether you interpret that divine source as God, as the universe, or as the highest intelligence of your own soul, the message remains eternal belief is a seed. And belief under pressure, my dear Leo, is the most powerful seed of all. This isn't just about an opportunity finally showing up at your door. It is about your energy, your magnificent, radiant energy being in full and total readiness to receive it. That is why your mindset, your inner monologue matters more right now than ever before. You must meet this breakthrough halfway, not with timid hope, but with the unshakable certainty of a king or queen awaiting their crown. Your affirmation for this moment is this, and I want you to feel it in your heart. I deserve to be seen. I am in the right place at the right time for my divine recognition. Say it out loud. Whisper it to yourself in the mirror. Let it become the rich, fertile soil in which your entire next chapter is rooted. So as this royal decree approaches, as the universe prepares to hand you its resolution, remember this: you are not merely waiting to be chosen. You have already been chosen by your own soul for this path. What is arriving now is not a gift of charity, it is your cosmic compensation. It is your divine reward, and it is the visible, tangible echo of every silent prayer your heart has ever whispered into the silence. Stay open, stay grounded in your worth, stay gloriously expectant. Something truly extraordinary is already in motion. And then, my beautiful Leo, when the energy of the star appears in your reading, it is so much more than a simple symbol of hope. For you, it is the gentle, loving echo of your own spirit whispering back to you, you've made it through the darkness. The stage is now yours. This moment in your life right now is the sacred, quiet stillness after a storm that tried with all its might to undo you. It is the deep, fulfilling breath you didn't even know you were holding, finally releasing into a profound and palpable peace. What is so extraordinary, so deeply moving about this energy for you is not just that it confirms your legendary resilience. It confirms that the universe has been watching you all along. It confirms that every tear you cried in private, every silent breakdown behind a closed door, every sleepless night filled with doubt and questions, none of it was discarded. Every single drop of your pain was stored like precious rain in the soil of your soul, ready to nourish the magnificent garden that is about to bloom. The vibration of the star is gentle, yet it is absolutely unmistakable. It doesn't shout with the disruptive force of the tower or command with the authority of the emperor. No, instead, it hums a low and steady golden frequency right beneath your ribs, like the rhythm of life itself, returning after a long period of grief or struggle. In the language of astrology, this card connects so deeply with the energy of Aquarius, a sign of divine intelligence, higher perspective, and future vision. This tells me something crucial. You are not just healing for yourself, you are healing to step into something bigger, a grander purpose, a role that is perfectly aligned with the reason your soul came to this earth. You have done the painstaking inner work, not only to survive the darkness, but to be fully ready for the blessing that always comes after the dawn. In the world of energy healing, we often speak of the integration phase. This is that sacred, tender window of time after the storm has passed, when your entire nervous system has to relearn what safety and peace feel like. You are not crazy for still feeling a little on guard, for still bracing for the other shoe to drop. You are just beautifully, powerfully human. But your spirit, your wise inner sovereign, knows that this is the time to trust again. It is time to gently let down the heavy armor you've been carrying, to open your heart and to receive. Healing, as we know, is not just a physical process. It is emotional, it is energetic, and it requires a gentle consistency, small devoted acts of self-love that signal to the universe, I am ready now. I am worthy of peace. That is why your daily choices matter more than ever. Sleep becomes your sacred medicine. Water becomes your liquid alignment. Journaling becomes a portal to your own inner wisdom. These are not just trendy self-care tips, my dear Leo. For you right now, They are the anchors that stabilize your royal vessel as the powerful winds of blessing begin to blow directly in your favor. And then let us speak of color, something so many overlook, but which is pure vibrational truth. In vibrational theory, every color carries a specific frequency. This week, the universe is gently nudging you, wrapping you in 3 particular tones: the soft, radiant glow of gold, the deep, trusting expanse of royal blue, and the spiritual wisdom of majestic purple. These are not random. Gold opens your solar plexus, the very seat of your confidence, your power, and your radiant abundance. Blue heals your throat chakra, helping you to speak your truth, to ask for what you deserve, and to command your space. And purple? Oh, purple is the realm of your intuition, your crown chakra, connecting you directly to your soul's wisdom, far beyond the chattering of the logical mind. Even simply wearing these colors or surrounding yourself with them in your home can align your entire emotional field with receptivity, power, and profound peace. In this sacred space of inner recalibration, your faith becomes the golden bridge between what was and what will be. Not a faith in a specific rigid outcome, but a deep, abiding faith in the divine intelligence that brought you here, that held you when you couldn't hold yourself, that never ever left your side, even when everything and everyone else seemed to. Surrender for a Leo is not weakness. It is the ultimate act of power, a willing and conscious cooperation with the divine mystery of timing. My beautiful Leo the star is not some vague, distant promise. It is a cosmic confirmation. Your healing is happening now. You are not late, you are not behind. You are perfectly divinely on time for the life that was written in the stars for you before you even knew how to ask for it. And just as the ancient texts promise, those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. You, my friend, are entering your season of reaping. Not because everything is suddenly perfect, but because you stayed true to your own light when it wasn't. You are ready now. Let it come. Let it all come. Now, let us speak of the heart, your magnificent, generous lion heart. Love, when it arrives wrapped in the velvet cloak of silence, often speaks the loudest. The energy that is surrounding you right now, Leo, suggests that someone you have either released with a heavy sigh of resignation or buried quietly in the royal archives of your heart, is thinking of you. And not in a passing, fleeting way. They are thinking of you deeply, intentionally. Their thoughts are creating an energetic current that is flowing directly toward you. This isn't about a shallow flicker of curiosity or a bittersweet nostalgic echo. This is about a powerful energy that has been circling you quietly, gathering momentum behind the scenes, waiting for the perfect cosmic alignment to finally speak, to show up, to reach out. Astrologically, this moment feels like a powerful Venusian ripple moving through your fiery solar tide. It is a magnetic undercurrent pulling 2 hearts toward one another, not because of messy, unfinished business, but because of a profound, undeniable soul-level recognition. You may have already sensed it, haven't you, that strange flutter in your chest when their name unexpectedly crosses your mind, the inexplicably vivid dream that left you feeling their presence all morning, the way certain memories have begun to resurface at the most inconvenient yet poignant times. My dear Leo, those are not random glitches in your memory. They are energetic breadcrumbs left by their soul for yours to find. And while your proud and logical mind may have tried to silence the longing, to dismiss it as fantasy, the truth is, your soul has been whispering what your mind has been too cautious to believe they are coming. What is unfolding now is not another loop of romantic confusion or a painful lesson in disguise. This is about alignment. This is about divine timing. And most importantly, this is about a newfound readiness on both sides. True love doesn't always blossom in the bright, sunny spaces we expect. Sometimes it returns in the quiet humility of twilight, with soft eyes and a trembling voice that says, "I see your light now. and I am finally ready to stand in it with you, not in your shadow. This is not the time to force to chase or to demand. It is the time to simply allow. In the sacred practice of emotional healing, we often speak of the challenge of receiving without projection. This means letting someone meet you where you are right now, not where your grand romantic imagination has pictured them to be. It also means gently softening the magnificent protective armor you have built around your heart through past disappointments. It means choosing to meet this sacred moment with a regal openness, not a guarded defense. From the perspective of both self-help and energy work, love can only truly flow where safety is felt. And that safety, my dear Leo, begins within you. Ask yourself this gentle question: can I be available to love without needing to control how it appears? Can I trust that if this person is returning, it is not by cosmic mistake, but by divine orchestration? When we release our fierce grip on the idea of how things should happen, we create the very space required for miracles to move. This principle applies not just in spiritual philosophy, but in the hard science of our nervous system. When you are in a state of fight or flight, constantly braced for rejection or disappointment, you energetically close the door to authentic, vulnerable connection. But when you choose presence, when you breathe through the doubt, when you allow love to arrive in its own unique language, you tell your entire being it is safe to feel again. It is safe to be adored. And you, magnificent Leo, deserve that more than anyone. You deserve the kind of love that feels like glorious ease, that doesn't require you to decipher every glance, every pause, every word. You deserve a connection that grows in brilliant clarity, not confusing shadows. So if someone comes forward, if a long silence is finally broken, let your only task be to receive. Not to predict, not to perform, but to simply witness what unfolds with the quiet confidence of a sovereign. Whether this becomes a lifelong chapter or simply a beautiful soul touchpoint for healing, know that it is sacred. Know that it is real. Know that your own radiant energy called it in, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of profound readiness. And if you have already guessed who this person might be, take a quiet moment with me now. Breathe, hold their name gently in your heart, and write this in the comments below: I am ready for a love that honors my light. This is not just an affirmation. It is a permission slip you are signing for your own soul. You are no longer waiting to be chosen. You are choosing to be open. Let the story begin. My dear Leo, the universe speaks in a language of symbols and numbers, a sacred mathematics that the logical mind may not always understand, but which the soul remembers as its mother tongue. When the vibrational frequencies of the numbers 6, 9, and 11 begin to echo around you on timestamps, on receipts, on license plates, or just in that quiet, persistent repetition that catches your royal attention, know that it is not a coincidence. It is a confirmation. It is the universe leaning in close to whisper, "You are on the path, my love." Even when you feel lost, you are walking directly toward your throne. In the sacred rhythm of numerology, the number 6 brings the energy of harmony, of reconciliation, and of deep, heart-centered healing. For you, Leo, this is not a surface-level peace. This is the kind of profound harmony that mends deep relational fractures and invites you to finally rest in a state of emotional safety once again. If your relationships, be they romantic, familial, or even the sacred connection you have with yourself, have felt strained or distant, this is the cosmic signal that closeness can be reimagined. The number 6 asks you not to force connection, but to invite it, not to demand love, but to soften into receiving it. Sometimes true healing begins with the quiet, courageous willingness to say, "I am open to understanding again." Then comes the magnificent number 9, a sacred sign of completion and culmination. In astrology, this energy often shows up like the final triumphant chapter of a long story being written with grace and flair. It is the signal that a painful cycle one that may have taught you incredible resilience but left you feeling weary is now reaching its natural and beautiful conclusion. It is the deep exhale you release when you no longer feel the need to explain or defend yourself. It is the closure you finally give to yourself when another refuses to offer it. The number 9 whispers, "You have done the work. You have learned the lesson. Now let it go with love and turn toward your future." This release is not a loss, it is a liberation. It makes the sacred space required for what is coming next. And then, with an elegant, illuminating clarity, comes the number 11, the master number. The number of spiritual awakening, divine alignment, and cosmic illumination. This is the number of gateways of portals. In energetic terms, 11 doesn't just invite change, it requires it. It is a cosmic portal through which higher, more aligned timelines are now emerging for you. If you have felt like you were preparing for something grand without knowing exactly what it was, this is what you are standing in front of. A new frequency of life is available to you, and all that is required is your courageous willingness to walk through the gate. Alongside this powerful numerical guidance, the zodiac offers its own gentle nudges. The energy of Cancer brings the vibration of emotional honesty, of family, and of returning home not just to others, but to the safety of your own heart. It reminds you that true strength is not measured by how much you can carry alone, but by your regal ability to ask for support when you need it. Meanwhile, the energy of Gemini brings the winds of communication, curious, quick, and often unexpected. Gemini asks what needs to be said that hasn't been, and even more importantly, what truths need to be heard without interruption or pride. When these signs and numbers blend together in your energy field, it's a clear and unmistakable message. You are not alone in this. The universe is responding to your call, but you must engage. You must participate. This is not the season to sit on your throne and wait for magic to be delivered to you on a silver platter. This is the time to become the co-creator of the magnificent reality you wish to experience. That is why the smallest, most intentional actions now carry the deepest and most profound meaning. Writing down 3 things you are grateful for each morning doesn't just shift your mood, it anchors your frequency in the vibration of abundance. Speaking your honest truth with someone you trust is not just catharsis, it is pure alchemy. Choosing to wear a color like royal purple or gold isn't just about fashion, it is a conscious act of vibrational alignment with your own higher wisdom. These are not merely symbolic gestures, my Leo. These are your rituals of readiness. This is a week not of dramatic, jarring external shifts, but of subtle, powerful internal alignment. It is a week of noticing what you are being shown, of listening to what your magnificent spirit already knows. So when you see a 6, a 9, or an 11, don't just acknowledge it. Speak to it. Thank it. Let it be a golden bridge between where you have been and where you are destined to go. Because the universe always speaks in symbols. The only question is, are you listening? And so, my magnificent Leo, we have walked together through the layers of unfolding truth, through signs and divine timing, through silent prayers, and the gentle whispers of the cosmos that are all saying one resounding thing: yes, it is happening. But here is the ultimate truth, the one that often gets left out of conversations about miracles. A miracle is not something that appears out of thin air only when you do nothing. A miracle is the explosive, beautiful result of the perfect alignment between your faith and your action, between what you believe in your heart and how you live in your body. That is why this final part of our journey together is the most crucial. Because knowing what's coming is not enough. You must become the living, breathing embodiment of your readiness to receive it. This is the season where your restoration is no longer a wish, it becomes a lifestyle. The frequency you choose to hold in your body, in your daily choices, and in your powerful thoughts becomes the sacred invitation for what the universe is already holding for you. And so we begin here, with your physical energy, your royal vessel. Morning movement, even just 10 or 15 minutes of slow, intentional stretching or dancing, does more than wake up your muscles. It activates the internal river of golden energy that flows between your body and your emotional center. It is a powerful way of telling your nervous system, I am alive, I am engaged, I am participating in my own becoming. Water, so often underestimated in its profound simplicity, becomes your sacred elixir in this context. Every glass is a signal of clarity to the universe. Every sip becomes a soft, cleansing wash over the emotional debris that gets lodged in our bodies when life feels too heavy. You are not just hydrating your organs, Leo, you are flushing the stagnation of doubt, of past hurts, of the fear that you are not enough. Water quite literally moves energy, and energy is the very fabric of manifestation. When it comes to your nourishment, remember that your body is a mirror of what you allow in. Food is vibration too. And in moments like these, when a powerful cosmic shift is trying to make its way into your life, you must create the physical space for that shift to land. Heavy processed foods can often anchor you in old patterns of fatigue, fogginess, and emotional numbness. But lighter, earth-grown, sun-kissed meals, vibrant greens, sweet fruits, powerful seeds and nuts awaken something ancient and vital in your system. They ground you without weighing you down. They signal to your very soul, I choose life. I choose to be fully present for my miracle. Every meal becomes a prayer of preparation. But perhaps most important of all, beyond the habits, the choices, and the actions, is what you choose to believe in this sacred window of time. Do you truly believe this miracle is for you? Do you believe in your heart of hearts that what is coming will not pass you by? Because miracles do not respond to our fear, they respond to our faith. And I'm not talking about the kind of faith that requires perfection. I mean the kind of faith that keeps walking even with trembling legs. The kind of faith that whispers, I still believe, through a cracked voice and tear-filled eyes. You do not need to be fearless, my brave lion. You just need to keep taking the next step forward. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to honor the call of your heart anyway. If you have ever sat in the darkness and prayed for this with everything inside of you, even when you didn't know who or what was listening, I need you to know this. Those words did not fall into an empty void. Every single word you spoke in your vulnerability is a part of the beautiful tapestry that is arriving for you now. So let's speak this into existence, shall we? Say it aloud. Write it in the comments. Claim it with every ounce of your magnificent energy. I affirm my connection. I welcome the miracle of my coronation into my life. That phrase is more than a sentiment. It is a signal. It is the vibrational password that swings the celestial gates wide open. It tells the universe, the cells in your body, and the timelines that are converging all around you, I am no longer watching from the wings. I am stepping into the spotlight. You are not waiting for your life to change. You are becoming the version of you that your new life has been waiting to meet. Let it begin here. Let it begin now. My beloved Leo, soul of transformation, radiance, and infinite depth, I want to leave you with something more than mere words. I want to leave you with a mirror. Everything you have just heard, everything you felt rising in your chest as you listened, that was never just about a prediction. It was about permission. It was permission for you to finally begin again. Permission for you to believe that the miracle isn't some abstract event somewhere out there waiting to land in your lap like a distant shooting star. The miracle is already alive inside of you. You are not separate from it. You are the final essential piece it needs to arrive. What if I told you that the universe isn't testing you, but trusting you? that the very reason you have been called to this moment, to this exact message, at this exact point in time, is because you are finally ready. Not perfect, not fearless, just ready enough to say a resounding yes to what comes next. The door is open. The signs are aligning. The message is crystal clear. The big news, the grand coronation you have been waiting for, it's not days or weeks away. It is minutes, moments, heartbeats away. The only real question is, will you walk through the door? Will you continue to doubt your worth and delay your own ascension, waiting for some mythical, perfect conditions? Or will you dare to believe that right now, exactly as you are, is precisely who you need to be to receive your breakthrough? These are the questions only your soul can answer. And I encourage you, I implore you to answer them out loud here in the comments or in the sacred pages of your journal. Because there is immense power in declaration. There is unstoppable momentum in choosing. And there is divine alignment in writing your own truth. So I ask you now, as your guide and your mirror, what did you feel stir within you today? What glorious truth are you now ready to claim? Will you declare it? Will you affirm your sacred connection to the magnificent destiny that is unfolding for you? Type it below one last time. I affirm my connection. I welcome the miracle into my life. Let that be your energetic signature. Let it be the golden ripple that tells the entire universe, I am awake, I am aligned, I am available. And if this message resonated deep within your soul, if something in your chest whispered yes, or your body softened with relief, even just a little, please take a sacred moment to like, comment, or share it. Not just for an algorithm, but for the other Leo soul out there who is standing on the edge waiting for the permission slip, waiting for the ray of light you have just found. Thank you for being here with me and with the beautiful community we are building here at Cosmic Wisdom. Every time you engage, you help us carry this light further to those who are healing, those who are searching, and those who are finally ready to believe in their own magic again. So Leo, as you walk into this glorious new phase, remember this: you are not chasing your destiny, you are choosing it. You are not waiting for alignment, you are becoming aligned. You are not just hoping for a miracle, you are stepping into the part of you that makes it real. Stay close, stay expectant, and stay irrevocably true to the magnificent, unconquerable light inside of you. Because that, my friend, is where everything begins. Until next time, keep listening, keep believing, and above all, keep choosing your own brilliant, radiant self. Go forth and be magnificent.